Welcome to the Mommillennials podcast, where we don't claim to have all the answers, just a willingness to figure it out. We're your hosts, Jocelyn
and Lauren, proud girl moms and best friends sharing our take on mommyhood. Whether you're changing a dirty diaper, stuck in traffic, or just have a minute to yourself,
we're so happy you're here. Hi, Mommillennials.
Hi, Mommillennials.
Today, we're joined by our friend, Cynthia.
Hi, Mommillennials.
Cynthia is founder of Poppin Luxe Designs, based in Boston.
And we are so excited to have her here with us today. She sent us a message, sort of fangirling.
She slid into our DMs.
Yes.
She totally did.
But now I think we're kind of fangirling. How did you find us?
Literally, it just came up on my TikTok. And obviously I'm a scroller. So my entire algorithm is mom bosses and business development and balloons, obviously, and design. So I just happened to see it and I kind of messaged you guys. I was like, hey, I'm like half Spanish. Do I qualify? And you were like, hell yeah. And I'm like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Shoot or shoot, y'all. Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
And here we are now.
Yeah, we're so excited. We were like, so when your message came in, I guess, first of all, sorry, shout out to the algorithm. A lot of times I can't stand the algorithm, but today, shout out to the algorithm.
Absolutely.
But when your message came in, it was like glitching or something, and it said like @null, 0 followers, not a person. And I sent it to Lauren.
I was like, sus,
scam, don't reply. And then something told me to like click it and your page popped up.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, this is really cool.
I'm a real person.
Yes. A real person, a boss.
A whole boss.
A like big time mom, multiple kids.
Yep.
Crazy.
big time mommillennial.
Yep.
And a fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan, for the record. Huge fan, because I listen to podcasts all the time. So obviously, if I'm going to choose one, it's got to be good.
Yes. Oh, that warms our heart. So
Make us cry. It's early. It's early in the episode.
let's save it for later. Yeah. So when we were setting up, we were talking to you about how we were born and raised here in the DMV. Funny enough, when we were messaging, you didn't even know what the DMV was.
I had no idea. I'm like, no, I'm not from the DMV. I'm trying to Google it. I'm like, registry of motor vehicles. I'm like, damn it.
Hilarious. But you were born and raised in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So Massachusetts is a melting pot. It's a little bit of everything, no matter where you go. Western Mass is kind of like the boondocks. There's a little desolate area. There's like almost nothing out there except for like Springfield, which is like, eh. In my area, I live in South Shore, Massachusetts. So it's not Boston, but we have to say Boston because everyone that's not from Massachusetts is, you live in Boston because you live in Mass.
Right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I live in South Shore, Mass, and it's a melting pot. There's a little bit of everybody everywhere. I live in a nice area, so I can't complain. But it's Massachusetts. We're a bit of assholes over there.
Although
Massholes.
apparently she came to the DMV and we're the assholes. So I don't know.
Yeah. Y'all, DMV baddies, you got to step it up. We cannot have that be our reputation.
All I'm saying is, DMV, you can't drive.
Okay. I will say she's been in Maryland. Us Virginia girls, us Southern belles. We have that Southern charm.
Not Southern Bells. We are not getting into the Beltway battle again.
Yeah, no, not the time and place.
No. No. Okay, so how many kids do you have?
I have 3 now. My oldest is 12. She's my heart and my soul. She made me a mom. I became a mom at 21. Then I had my son. He is 10. He will be 11 in July. And then I decided to switch it up a little bit, and I have a 10-month-old.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Turning 10 months tomorrow, right?
10 months tomorrow. Yeah.
How was it starting over?
Nerve-wracking. I think that it's scary to the normal person. I'm very active. Obviously I own a business. I work a full-time job. I run around constantly. And obviously my kids are my best friends, which I'm not a friend mom, but we'll get to that. We don't parent like that over here. However, my kids are like my best friends, but I'm like 10 and 12. Like now we can go on roller coasters. We can go travel. Like I don't have to worry about packing like an arm and a leg and everything else. Like my kids each carry their own suitcase. It's nice. Then we meet. I met my stallion of a husband and it happened. And hey, it's a blessing. I'm really happy for her because she has the best of both worlds. Obviously, my kids directly from me, her brother and sister, they're very close with her. My daughter is very motherly. My son is very like, she's cute, but here's your kid back. Or he's like, I want to be the first one to get her out of the car, but then he gets her out of the car and she's like, okay, all right, here's your kid. Yeah. I think she's hungry or she might have pooped. But my daughter's like, no, just give me the baby. You go cook dinner. I'll go take her. Just like walks off with her and I don't get my kid.
And that would give me baby fever.
Oh.
But like that means I gotta wait a long time.
Yeah.
And that's not happening.
No.
So I think because I had my daughter at 21 and then my
Yeah.
son at 23, I think that they're so close in age. Like I was pregnant at my daughter's first birthday party and I had no idea.
Wow.
So obviously, again, they're a year and 6 months apart. So it's definitely nice because they're not Irish twins, but they're almost like Irish twins because they're literally, they look alike, they act alike. They're both, you know what I mean? They have their own personalities, but then all they do is like World War III in my house every single day. So they're fighting, but then they love each other. And then once they play Roblox, they're fine. And then somebody dies and they're like, I don't want to play with you anymore. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in the other room. I don't want to listen to it because hash it out or do something because we're not doing that. They're so independent. They get their little schedules and whatever. But now I've splashed in a baby.
Yeah.
So now it's just, we got to make space for her because she's got a personality. Now I have a crib in my room. Now I got to share all my space.
You got to figure it out.
And I'm like, how do you have so much clothes? Like, how do you have more than me?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That baby clothes, man.
Yeah.
I know. It piles up.
I don't know if it's a girl thing. Or
It's both because we dress our boys too. We dress them nice. Like my son dressed very nice, but my daughter, obviously, I'm starting over.
Yeah.
I have nothing. My son to my daughter, I mean, my daughter to my son, I had a crib. It was gender neutral, so we kept it.
Yeah.
I had toys. They're gender neutral, so we kept it. I mean, I don't care if my son plays with a Barbie doll with his sister.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me whatsoever.
Yeah.
But anything that I have, it just got trickled down. I mean, clothes aside, obviously.
Yeah.
But my daughter now, like I purged my house. That shit was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone.
Well, you
So-
weren't thinking you were going to have any more
I
kids.
didn't want any more.
And you went to the doctor.
So at 23, when I had my son, I told my gyno at my follow-up, my 6-week follow-up, because before it was 6 weeks. Now it's not. Now it's, I believe, 12 weeks they follow up. So I go to my follow-up and I said, all right. She's like, what do you want for birth control? I said, no, ma'am, I don't want birth control. I'm good. I'm done. She's like, but you're 23. I'm like, okay. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Right.
And she said, well, I can't tie your tubes. You're only 23. What happens if you change your mind? And I'm like, I'm not going to go to somebody in Mexico to go get it untied. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I know, obviously, to have it untied is a big, serious surgery, and it's not even sure thing. So why would I put myself at risk if I know for certain that I don't want any more kids? And I don't. I didn't.
Yeah.
And no offense to my daughter, I love her to pieces, but no.
It wasn't a part of your plan.
Wasn't a part of the plan. I have a business. I have my 2 kids. I have 2 hands, 2 ears, 2 eyes. That's how I've always envisioned my life is I have my 2 kids. And yes, of course, my relationship with their father, unfortunately, it came to pass. So I've moved on, but he has a family. My husband has a bunch of kids that he has. So our combined family was ideal for me. I'm like, oh my God, I would never date a man without a kid. If I did, it's just, hey, and goodbye.
Yeah.
But this became serious. So now I have a whole nother family and I get more kids to love. And that's how I see it. But now we happen to get pregnant. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine because his mom was like, I had a dream last night. You're pregnant.
Seriously?
I wasn't pregnant for the record, but she was planting it. I swear to God. I'm like, what are you doing, Margarita? I'm like, I'm not.
She manifested it.
She manifested it. She would come to me constantly. I had a dream last night. And she's very, like, she's from El Salvador. She's very much like, nope, it was in the yolk.
There's a pattern happening here.
That we be manifesting things?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm telling you.
I don't know what y'all eat over there.
I need you to tell your mother-in-law to manifest
something magical.
At least 1,000 followers for us.
Listen, done. That woman is a goddess.
I'm like, I'm trying here. I'm like, manifest. We're manifesting. Yeah. I manifested 2 things this week.
Yeah, I don't remember what they were.
One of them is still a secret.
Okay.
That we're not sharing.
Oh, right.
And then, but what was the other one? I manifested something else. Gosh, it's going to come back to me. But I am a manifestation queen.
Oh, yeah.
Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, you reached out to us last week, but I think I was manifesting a collaboration at that point in time.
I smell it.
You know, I like speak things into existence. That's my thing. Okay, but back to your story for a second. I have serious issues with that doctor.
Same.
So, to be fair, she's phenomenal. She was my doctor for a very long time. However, I'm very much a holistic person. So to band-aid every single thing in women's health with you need birth control.
Yeah.
That's the only band-aid that we have. So at 23, the pill never worked for me when I was a kid, but 16, when my mom put it on because my periods were so bad. So that never worked for me, not pregnancy wise, but just in general, I gained weight. Yeah. I felt crappy. Like I was sick all the time. Like I wasn't going to do Depo. I wasn't going to do the thing that goes up inside. That's not happening. I'm all set. So I'm like, what's my other option? Nexplanon. So I had the insert in my arm. I was on my 3rd round of it. So you have to get it replaced every 3 years. So I had it for 3 years. And then they took it out and they put another one in because she was like, oh, how's it working for you? I was like, I think it's fine. Obviously, I gained weight on it, but I also gained weight because I had an office job. So it's like, I can't say for certain what it was, but I can't say for certain that I felt great. Yeah. Like I felt like myself every day. So I'm like, why is there no more studies in women's health? Why do we not have a bigger, like women are everywhere. Women run the world. Like, why is there so much like distance between science and women's health? There's nothing. And if you go and look at anything, the first thing a gynecologist says is, oh, you need birth control.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And my bigger issue with this is a lack of trust in women.
Yes.
Like,
which
is wild. You might change your mind, but you already had 2 kids. A lot of people don't change their mind after 2 kids.
A lot of people.
Especially if it wasn't, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like people that have a lot of kids have always wanted a lot of kids.
Yes.
But most of us, maybe not most, a lot of us grow up envisioning 2 children.
Yep.
And you're happy with 2 children.
Yeah.
There are also different ways to have kids if you want more.
There are. And I would be fine with adoption. I would be fine with fostering. I've always said that from day one, no matter what. If I decide later on in life that I want another kid, I'll get another kid.
Yeah.
I was going to say the exact same thing, Jocelyn. I have a huge issue with the trust piece because this is a blessing, of course, that you ended up having another baby, but it's not what you wanted. It wasn't part of your plan. And there's so many different examples of this where we hear women going into those types of spaces saying, I want this. And then the doctor saying, no, that's not going to work for you. And we're stuck in this position of, well, you're a medical professional, so I should be able to trust you. I want to trust you, but it's my body, but I still don't have the voice to like stand up for myself or advocate for myself. So you're in this like in between, especially at 23 years old. Yeah. I can't imagine that feeling of, okay, well, it doesn't sound like I have a choice here. Yeah. And actually at that age, I'm pretty sure I would have been like, okay, yeah, you're right. Because I mean, I'd like to believe that at that point in my life, I mean,
I was dumb.
I was making stupid decisions. Yeah. I mean, we were figuring out our way.
Yeah, you're so young.
Especially in those types of spaces. Yeah. I don't think that I would have had enough confidence to say XYZ.
Absolutely not.
And I think that at the end of the day, like you were a grown woman and you said you wanted this and you already had 2 kids. Like I just don't Anyway,
that's what I'm saying. So, and I didn't have them by C-section, so it wasn't even an option. They didn't even talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, I had it in my brain, just like for this third one. I had it in my brain. No, I'm good. You can take those tubes out. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Well, before it was tying. Now it's complete removal. But I'm good. I'm happy. Like at 23 years old, again, I had a relationship. You know what I mean? I didn't know what the fate was going to be anyways. So you never know. You roll the dice. But ultimately, I know that I'm happy with my two. Like I don't need a giant family. I didn't come from a giant family. My cousins, like I have very few cousins on both sides. Like I don't have a very large family. I'm fine with just having two kids. I love the loudness and the craziness of my kid's father's family. I loved it. They had 7 kids all together. He's one of 7. And it was always something happening, always fun, and always, but that's fine when we go there.
Yeah.
And their cousins and their family members and everything else, like, and everybody kind of gets together, and it was fine. Even with my husband now, he has a large family. It's just him and his sister, but everybody has kids and everybody, you know what I mean? And we're growing out from that. I'm fine with my 2.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and it's extra triggering for me as a girl mom. Because, you know, as a girl mom, you focus so much, especially nowadays, in bodily autonomy, trusting your body, knowing your body, right? Like, that's what I want my daughter to know, to trust her body and to trust her instincts and to stay in tune with that. And when you show up to a doctor's office and you say, this is what my body is telling me, this is what my mind is telling me, and they say, actually, you're too young to know your body, I call bullshit.
And kudos to you for even having that conversation with your daughter, because there's a lot of moms that are afraid to. And I make sure every single day that my daughter knows that she is beautiful, her body is sacred, and whatever she wants, that's what's going to happen. And no is a complete sentence.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That gave me chills.
Yes. Do you feel you were that way with your older daughter too? Like, do you feel like you parent them the same or differently?
I parent them the same. However, I've learned that I'm a gentle parent, but I'm not a gentle parent. I believe my children should have a voice and they should have an opinion on things, and they can absolutely come to me. Hey, I have a delegation, and this is what I'm going to say to you. This is what I'm going to explain, and why I think I should not have to wash the dishes right now. I will listen to you. Guess what? The dishes still need to be cleaned, because whatever your reason is probably not a reason. It's probably just, well, I have this and I have that. You're still going to get them done maybe in 20 minutes, because I get it. Go do whatever you need to do. I understand that what you're doing in the moment is important to you. I'm not taking away from that, but it needs to get done. And now that I have a baby, obviously, I will teach her those same fundamental values. However, my husband is a different generation, which is a fun twist on things. So the way he raises his kids and the way he has raised his kids, it's a little bit different.
Is it less gentle?
Much less gentle.
Well, because I would even argue, like, what you're talking about, that is gentle parenting.
Yes.
Right? It is. It's just a respect thing. It's a respect and boundaries thing.
Yes.
Right? I think a lot of times we think gentle parenting and, you know, we confuse it with permissive parenting, which I'm guilty of a lot of times, you know. But gentle parenting at its core, according to Dr. Becky, you know, is still setting strong boundaries.
Yes.
Is respecting your children's autonomy, respecting their point of view, but also knowing that, like you said, we all have responsibilities, right? Like, and your responsibility happens to be the dishes.
Yep.
So up to you to an extent when those dishes get done, but they need to get done.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that gentle parenting, especially as millennials, I think that that's something that we are discovering, and we are realizing that it's healthier, and we're okay with the fact that maybe the way that we were raised was not necessarily the most healthy way.
Sure.
And just because mommy said so isn't enough for a child to learn developmentally that, okay, well, mommy's always right, now I need to, you know what I mean? Yes, you need to listen to me. Yes, you need to do all the things, but you should know the reasons why. The reason why you have chores is because you live in this household. So when it comes down to it, do you participate in the household? And that's what I always say, like, are you participating in the household? Like, you walked by that thing on the floor, you walked by it. It doesn't matter whose it was. My daughter, my daughter especially, but definitely my son too. But, well, I didn't put that there. Cool. But you walked past it.
Right.
So do you not live here? Do you not want to be prideful when your friends come over and your house is clean? Mm-hmm. And I'm OCD clean, so obviously my expectations might be a little bit different than the normal mom. However, it's still got to get done. So every day I actually have like a calendar. It's a digital calendar. And I put it up on the wall, and they literally every single day, we already uploaded all their chores. They decided what their chores were as well. I gave them complete transparency with everything. These are the list of chores that need to get done. You guys pick and choose which ones you want. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to switch off because nobody likes maybe washing dishes, fine. Somebody does them this day, somebody does them this day. However, every day you guys have chores. So you come in, homework is first, your snack. After that, you start checking them off, and they get rewards. They get everything.
Start taking notes for when our girls get older.
Seriously, we're gonna keep in touch. So I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, girl." So
I already have the digital calendar. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Which one do you have? Cozy?
No, I have Hearth.
Okay, I have Apollo Sign. It's the only one that I could find that didn't need subscription.
I have no.
Oh, it doesn't need a subscription. Okay,
yep.
Cool.
But it's like a giant tablet. Oh, it's free? No problem. Yeah. Thank you, Apollo Sign.
You can sponsor us.
This episode brought to you by
digital calendars.
Oh my God. Listen, they're life changing.
No, they are.
I want one so badly.
But to your
I just
point, like, I think what you just talked about is exactly what I want to do as well in terms of helping them understand that this is a joint household. We're a family. We take care of what we have. And I already started doing that with Mila in terms of her routines. Mm-hmm. So maybe not the chores yet, right? But as part of her morning routine and her evening routines, there's some chores like kind of intermixed in there. And I started doing the reward system too. So we're like, oh, if you get enough stars or coins or whatever, you'll be able to get a new Yodo card.
Yep.
Yes. I remember we were on the phone when you and Yassine were discussing it.
Yes.
And at one point he was like, no way, that's not worth 10 points.
I know. I'm like, I don't know how to like put a value.
Justify that. Listen. What
those
mommy
cards
says.
are expensive.
I'm with him.
Let me tell you something.
I'm with him.
She has still not completed
enough chores to get a Yoda card.
Check-ins to do the Yoda. And I keep reminding her, I'm like, but at the same time, we haven't bought the Yoda card. We haven't bought a new Yoda card.
But that's how you instill that in them,
because
they're
makes
working.
Me so
they're
scared.
working towards it.
I am gonna struggle so hard.
You are
because
respectfully.
Yeah, no, because I'm like, just get the Yoda card, whatever.
No, I mean, to be frank, that used to be me. Yeah. For several years. I think when Mila was maybe between 1 and 3, easy, she could get a Yoda card out of me. But then I started to notice the patterns, right? In terms of behavior, it was instant gratification. I mean, we struggle with that as millennials already.
Yeah.
It was her just expecting that she's going to get something if she asks for it. Mm-hmm. And we realized that she has no patience right now. And so we are trying to start implementing the patience where we can, and then also working towards something. And it's a little difficult for a kid her age to fully understand and grasp the concept, but it's a foundational thing. You start the foundation now, you build on top of it.
And she's not going to learn it overnight.
Exactly. She's going to it's going to settle in when we least expect it. I talk a lot about how in different episodes, how, you think that they're not listening or you think they're not understanding. And then one day they repeat the thing that you said and you're like, it worked.
You
were
listening.
Yes. And so since I've seen that happen several times, it has encouraged me to do that a little bit more frequently with different things that I really want her to do.
Yeah. I'm really nervous.
I'm a very firm believer, and I know I will probably get some crap for this. I'm a very firm believer in I don't pay for chores. Age-appropriate rewards for completing a certain amount of whatever, fine. I don't believe in allowances. I don't believe in paying for chores because you live here.
I don't get paid for chores. That's a hot take.
That's a hot
and
take.
I'm really.
I don't know that
I don't believe in allowances, but that's just because I'm gonna buy.
So I do buy my kids things that they want, but I'm
just like, let's go to Target.
I'm dead.
Mommy needs a shopping spree, and so do you.
Steve is listening to this episode. Steve, I did not tell you to say
Even now, we go to the store and I'll like put her in the cart and I'll like get 2 outfits and I'll like, ¿Quiere este o este? And she'll grab one and she'll go, este, and toss it in the back. I'm telling you, I'm in trouble. So we were recently with another couple that the way they do allowance, and it's not connected to chores. It's just like weekly allowance. And it was so interesting because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fail at all of this because it's very small. It's like a very, very small amount. And it's for them to spend when they go on vacation.
Okay.
So, and it's like they have to do $1 to charity. They have to do $1 to savings. And then they have to, and so that I'm like, okay, I can dig that because like I suck at managing money. So maybe that would have benefited me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you want to break the cycle here?
That's Steve's job. It's not mine. It's not my job. And so but I thought that was neat. Right. And so when they go on vacation, they have to use, whatever money they've been saving for vacation. And then that's all the money they can spend. And mom and dad will not buy them anything else.
But that teaches them because if they're going on vacations, they want to be able to get something from there.
Exactly.
So I do things a little bit differently as well. So yes, absolutely. You should, have some rewards and whatever. I have the fun opportunity of I own a business and children's work is tax deductible. They can earn up to $13,000. I believe that's the number. $13,000 a year. And I can write it off of my taxes. So they clock in and they organize balloons. That is a job. They organize the balloons from my weekend. They'll put it away in their respective drawers. They will help me with inventory. They will help paint walls. I even taught my daughter how to use my Cricut machine. So she helps me cut out the vinyl lettering that I use for my walls. If I'm going to the storage unit and I have to organize my storage unit, I have so many videos of them just sitting there organizing candles and boxes.
That's so smart though, because that is something that a lot of people say to do without them actually doing the work.
Yep.
They just say to put your kid on payroll. Yep. At a younger age.
So they have to, you have to be able to prove that they're doing some sort of work.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. So God forbid if you got audited, that would be the defining factor, of course.
Some people are not worried about that.
I know.
We're rule followers.
Yes, we are. Yes.
We are rule followers here.
But I think that's amazing because it's also teaching them the value of work at a younger age and entrepreneurship.
So they see and they get to be proud too. So I'll show them photos. Like they'll go to their dad's house on the weekend and I'll send them photos like, hey, this is the wall that you guys painted.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, Mommy. Cool. Like, and you paired the books over there and then the wall over here. And like, oh my God, it came out so nice. Like my daughter's a little bit more into it than my son is. My son's like, whatever, I got money. So, of course. But they have green light cards and I literally just transfer the money. And that's their payment.
Wow. That's super
awesome.
cool.
Well,
so that I will pay for.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I also think about the benefit of having them around you doing that kind of thing. I mean, I don't know at what age I'm going to encourage my kids to start looking for jobs, but I started working when I was like 12 or 13. So that idea is not foreign to me. And I learned so much. I didn't want to, but I started off in a family business, like helping my family at a bakery. And it taught me so many things that I carry with me until today. So I'm sure you're doing the same for your kids. So that's awesome. And I don't know, it keeps them out of trouble.
It does. Plus I have a very short
I'm never
leash.
going to make Aurora work.
Well, I didn't have to work.
Yeah. I think there's a lot for you to think about after this episode.
I think I have my mind made on most things. I don't think there's much for me to think about maybe in the future. Like I didn't work in high school. I worked in college. I worked a lot in college. Yeah, but that's a different experience. Yeah. And like you say, right? I mean, I had a couple of summer jobs, but they were office jobs. I think I learned a lot in how offices work, and I think it's benefited me now. But we talk about your Hallmark job.
Yeah.
I think that has played such a huge role
absolutely
into who you are today.
Card expert, okay?
Yeah.
I was key holder, okay? I was there for 2 years.
Me, eso.
No, I loved my job at Hallmark. That was my first job after the bakery, and it taught me so much about just I don't know, working for a corporation, understanding how franchises work. I mean, I was I memorized the location of cards, and I helped people.
Lauren loves a good card.
I love a good
The way
card.
to Lauren's heart that I never do is a good card.
Send me a card.
Yeah, she loves a good card. And for the longest time, I was like, what? And then she was like, well, I worked at Hallmark. And I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And not only did she work at Hallmark, but if you needed a card, if you were like, oh, I have whatever coming up, it's, my estranged brother's birthday, and I want to send him a card, she'd be like, I know the exact card.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
I would have kept that job for longer if they didn't get bought out. But anyways, we digress.
You know what else this conversation has made me think of?
What?
Well, I want to backtrack a little bit. You were talking about patience and Mila not having patience. Yeah. My sister-in-law was just in town to help me with Aurora. I don't teach Aurora patience just because in the moment I don't think to teach her patience. I'm just surviving. And I saw my sister-in-law multiple times go, paciencia, bebé. Paciencia, paciencia, Aurorita. And I was like, thank God she is here teaching this baby patience, because when you're momming, so many things just don't they go over your head. You're just 100%. Trying to survive in the moment. Yep. And it just made me think of the importance of community.
Yes.
And your village.
Yeah.
Which you've touched on too. Yeah.
You cannot raise a baby by yourself. Absolutely not. And mind you, I'm coming from a whole boss mom. Like, I've been a single mom, and obviously now I have a growing family, but you need a village. I would be nothing without my village. And mind you, my village is like, un poquito. So I have my cousin, which my cousin's like my sister, but I have my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law is pure gold. Pure gold. Like, she is outstanding. I would be nothing without her. I did tell her I was going to talk about her today because I love her. And she's like, I'm going to listen to this episode. I'll have to hear it. I'm like,
she is stamping that.
I was like, Mommy, I love you. I love you. And she's with Angelique right now, my daughter, my 10-month-old, and she's killing it, obviously. So she's outstanding.
Yeah. Shout out to mother-in-laws.
Shout out to mother-in-laws.
I mean,
good, positive, non-toxic mother-in-laws.
Yes, absolutely.
Not ones that like coddle their baby boy or don't allow him to or you're replacing me type of moms. We don't need those type of mother-in-laws, but the mother-in-laws that genuinely care and treat you like a second daughter.
Absolutely.
Shout out to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had this conversation. I love my mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law plays a huge role in your kids' lives as well. I mean, we wouldn't survive without them. And I know that that's a very privileged thing to say, because you're right. A lot of people don't have that relationship with their in-laws. My mother-in-law, I always say, she's the reason I didn't go into postpartum depression. Oh, yeah. Like, she took care of me as if I was her own daughter. She was with me, cooking, cleaning. She lives in New York, but if, we were busy, overwhelmed, whatever, she comes down to take care of Aurora, teaches her things. I mean, she helps me feel confident as a mom.
Isn't that the greatest?
Yeah.
And it's the littlest thing, and they don't even know that they're doing it because they're just living. Yeah. And they're just treating you with the respect that we deserve to be treated with. And we're just like, what is this? What is this genie?
Yeah. Oftentimes they know what we need without us even knowing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because they've already been through it.
Yeah.
I feel like your mother-in-law and my mother-in-law do it a lot, where they just take the baby out of our hands. Yeah. And I'm like, thank you.
Literally. Oh my God. If we stay at her house, right when we walk in the door, where's the baby? Where's the baby? Or if we're going to bed, we don't sleep with the baby in the room. Yeah. Literally, she's like, nope, I'll take her. Goodbye. Aww. You guys go get some sleep. Yeah. Because she knows, obviously the baby has, she sleeps sometimes and then other times she doesn't. So she's like, no, go ahead. You guys work too hard. I'll take care of the baby.
That's absolutely. My mother-in-law has come to my house and I've just been sitting there crying. I'm like, homegirl just got off the Amtrak. And I'm like, hey, Mom. And she's like, no se preocupe por la Aurorita. Usted descanse. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Well, I think that I've seen this a couple times on Instagram, where it's like, if you have family nearby helping you, we are living a much different life. Yeah. For the moms who don't have that immediate support system. So it just makes me feel really grateful, because everything does feel a lot easier when they're around. Shout out to our villages and our community. Yeah. I want to go to, so you said that your mother-in-law is from El Salvador.
Yes.
Amazing. And then you also said that your older kids are from a different background as well. So it sounds like we got a little melting pot going on at home.
We love melting pots though, because we live in a society where that needs to be more. Like everybody's not 100% anymore. My husband's 100% Salvadorian. I mean, if you look at his ancestry, he'll say that, oh, I'm one part. I'm like, relax. Which we all are. We all are. And I'm a melting pot. I'm 10 nationalities, which is very rare.
Yeah.
But I have family that was from Cuba. My great-grandmother was born in Cuba at 1.5 pounds. Milagros. Shout out to my great-grandmother who has passed. But my papa, they were coming from Spain. So I have Spanish backgrounds. I have Cuban backgrounds. And my dad is Polish and Lithuanian. They came over here to Ellis Island in New York. So I have so many different ties to all these different backgrounds and so much culture and so much love on both sides of my family. So it's really nice. And being able to learn about it. But I don't get to speak fluent Spanish because it's not something that I was taught. My mom knows some Spanish, but she was like the rebel. So she's like, I'm going to learn French. So she like didn't obviously trickle that down the ladder. So I never learned. I think my papa speaks fluent Spanish, but doesn't. And now he's in his 80s. So it's like, there's no more Spanish in my family being passed down. So it's nice because my in-laws and obviously my husband, he speaks Spanish. So I'm raising my daughter and my other two because I want to make sure that everyone's inclusive in this. And my kids are half Nigerian and then half me. So they got like 13 nationalities, something like that. I mean, they're like really up there. But they're a melting pot, you know what I mean? But my daughter has all my nationalities and then she's Salvadorian. So I'm watching Miss Valet on YouTube and Miss Isa on YouTube and I'm learning around with my daughter. I am La Vaca Lola.
Yes.
I'm like all day, like singing it while we're making dinner.
On
She's
repeat.
in the high chair, like we're rocking and we're moving in. And anytime that my mother-in-law speaks to me now, she only speaks to me in Spanish.
Oh.
I'm like, way to force it.
Me, that's so fun.
But she's like, that is my language. You will speak to me in my language and you are going to learn. So I understand being with my husband now for almost 5 years. I understand so much more than I did when I first met him. I was raised a little bit differently, but ultimately I'm moving with my culture that I know is in my blood and I feel it. So we all need to be a part of our culture and raise in that if that's something that we want to do.
It's so important to know where you come from, to know where you're going.
Yes.
Right? I think that those stories and your background and just knowing the fight that your ancestors have had, it helps propel you forward and helps give you more of a purpose, right? And a direction. And I don't know, for me, a lot of times it just feels like there's more people cheering me on.
Yeah.
Right? That I know about, that because I know about them, it makes me feel like they know about me. And like spiritually, I do believe that, you know, they know about me and they're protecting me and all this other stuff. But when you know who they were, what they were about, what they did, what they were passionate about.
Like even a little bit of a background. Like I have a background of all cigar rollers in Cuba. Like I have a whole line of people in my family that were all cigar rollers. I have all their, what is it called? The census things. Yeah. I have all of those. Their handwriting. Wow, I have like the papers so cool. When my great grandmother came over. I have her signature.
Wow, that's
on
amazing.
Paperwork. Like it's, oh my God, I just got chills. I literally, and I saw it and I screenshot it and I was like, I want to get this tattooed on my body. My great grandmother came over, like, and I have something that she put her fingertips on, like not physical paper, but I have something that's a copy of it. And that's so amazing to me to just see that and to learn it. And I've always loved her history. I've always loved about like learning about family dynamics and everything. So showing my kids that, and they were pretty interested. I mean, I can't say they were like, oh,
this is so cool. Yeah,
right. Not like me where I'm like really into it, but I wasn't into it at their age.
Yeah,
so as they get older, now I have these stories that I can then tell. I mean, then it's the game of telephone, but I have these stories that I can tell that I've learned, that I've dug up, and now I can teach Angelique, I can teach Somaya, I can teach Devon, and I can show them everything that it's in their blood. It's your footprint in this world. And mind you, it expands your village. Spiritually, it expands your village. And they might not be there physically in front of you, holding your hand, walking you through like our mother-in-laws do. But ultimately, they're there spiritually, and that's like the most amazing feeling.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too. So a part of, what we're talking about, I think, is knowing where you come from and your legacy, right? What people have left behind, how that propels you forward. And I think that looks like a lot of different things. We've talked about it like stories, but we also talked about your kids working for you.
Yeah.
And whether your daughter decides to take your business and run with it or not, that's a legacy you're leaving them.
It's a legacy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I give them that footprint because I want them. I mean, I'm always going to be hardworking because it's just embedded in my brain. And even if my family wasn't hardworking, I mean, not to say they weren't, but even if they weren't, I am. And I went to high school for business. I went to college. I furthered that degree and I got a business management degree. And then I was like working for someone and I'm like, this is lame. I don't want to have to answer to people. I'm very independent. I'm a leader in every group that I'm in. So how can I change that? How can I turn that? So I started a wedding planning company at 22. And then I developed over COVID, because obviously wedding industry kind of went away. I developed that into a balloon company, which was thriving at the moment. I was just doing it for fun. And my daughter watched me through all of that. I mean, my son, yes, of course. My son is like a football junkie and he's diehard, like tackle football, nose tackle guy. He's a guy's guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I want to help, but I want to make money.
Yeah.
So like, he's like, what can I do to make money? But my daughter, she actually like, oh, I want to help you like sketch it out. I want to help you like with somebody's design. Oh, it's a berry first birthday party, strawberry theme. Oh, mommy, I have this idea. I saw it on Lemonade, or I saw it on TikTok, or I saw it on whatever. And I'm like, I think that this would be kind of cool. And she'll send me stuff.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm creating a footprint. Or I just opened up a helium bar down the road at an arcade. They also do like parties and events and stuff. And she came with me and she helped me organize the balloons. And she helped me put everything in the system and everything. And she really enjoyed it. And I mean, I don't necessarily think that she's going to be a balloon owner one day, a balloon business owner, or even a custom fabrications, because obviously our business is ever growing and expanding. But it gives her an option.
Yes.
It says, you know what, you've been working since you were 7 years old or 8 years old. No one can say that, and especially in this day and age. So now you have something, if not for nothing, you have drive, you have work ethic. And I know that I am implementing that in my household every single day. We have a system of operations. We run our house like it's almost like a business in the most loving way possible. But I run my house with a system of operations. So they see every day there's something that needs to be done. And every day it's going to be a little bit different. Or every day maybe there's certain things that are going to be the same. Like, you're going to wake up and shower and put on deodorant. That's going to be the same every day, but it teaches you. I spoil them to an extent. I mean, give or take. You know what I mean? I know I like to get my nails done. I like to get my eyebrows done. So if they want to come, my son gets pedicures. My daughter gets manicures. She wants acrylics. Not going to happen. A little bit older, babe.
Yeah.
But essentially, they see me take care of myself. They see me run a business. They see me work a full-time job for a little while. They see me doing so many different things that they're like watching. And like what you said earlier, you don't know that they're watching and really observing until all of a sudden hey, I want to do that. Or, hey, I'm going to go do this. And you're like, oh, I taught you that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about it forever, but I didn't think you were paying attention.
Yeah.
They're absorbing, they're sponges, no matter what age. Even at 12, my daughter's going to be 13 in November. She is absorbing. She is watching. And she is she's a lot like her dad. A lot like her dad. In like some of the best ways and some of the worst ways possible. But she's a daddy's girl for certain, but she watches me and she gets so excited. And I've seen our relationship grow so much that now my new daughter gets to watch that. And she says, well, mommy and sissy are super close together. So she has all of that as a footprint for her.
Yeah. Well, and not just the momtrepreneur part of it, but you also have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So I think it's also amazing for your children. You know, we're girl moms. We talk a lot about girl moms, the importance of girl moms seeing their moms do things that they're passionate about, but also boys.
Yeah.
And the importance of boys seeing strong women and women being badasses and doing all of that. And I don't know how you manage
all of it.
An extremely successful business.
Thank you.
And a full-time job and a mom of 3 or momming 3 children of such varying ages.
Yep.
What's
I
the
cry
cheat
a
code?
lot. Occasionally,
but you're thriving. Okay, don't get it twisted.
We're thriving. So, and mind you, I have ADHD and anxiety, so that's just a sprinkle like on top of it. No, so it looks different every single day, and every day is not super fun. Like it's we talk about it and we're like, yeah, I do all that, but I'm like, oh crap, I do all that. So yeah, sometimes we order pizza.
Yeah.
Because mommy has 6 orders this weekend and I haven't started it and it's Wednesday. So I need to at least get a footprint in, because if not, my anxiety is going to go through the roof, because now I'm a procrastinator at that because ADHD. So then everything starts to pile up. So if I'm not starting my orders and starting to do things after I clock out of one job and clock into the next, I will get overwhelmed. So I'm like, nope, we're getting pizza tonight because I need to go paint 6 walls and do a bunch of vinyl and start, you know what I mean, blowing up balloons and having our entire living room attacked by bags of balloons. So every week it looks different. I mean, if I don't have a lot of orders that week, maybe we have 2 or 3 movie nights that week. And I have it's funny, sidebar, I have a little bowl on our table and it literally is a bunch of movies that they need to see.
I love
like,
that.
We watched Angels in the Outfield the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Funny, right? Like,
yeah.
I even sprinkled Scarface in there because we're raising all kids. Scarface is my favorite movie. But they like horror movies right now, and my son likes more action movies, so we're sprinkling in a little bit of everything. But I want them to watch classics. So when it's movie night,
such a millennial parent thing.
we pull a name. And for Christmas and Halloween, we did that theme. So I want them to be able to like have a themed night and have like a fun night, like family time, because I know I work a lot, but I don't want them to ever look at me and say, well, my mommy just worked too much, she never paid attention to me.
That's
And
really
that's
important
so
too.
hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cry because I know I'm going to tear up about it, but mom guilt from working. And it's not fair for especially millennial moms. We can't survive as millennial moms in this world by staying at home. We cannot. There's no man, a knight in shining armor that's coming by to pay all of our bills and do everything for us. We have to do something. And even if it's a smaller contribution, it doesn't matter. It's something. And we live in a day and age where that's kind of the norm, and we have to do something. And ultimately, I thrive in chaos. So that's why I keep myself busy, and I don't rest a lot, and that's my own problem.
One thing I think we haven't talked about is that I was surprised, I guess, about is all the things Poppin Luxe Design does.
Yes.
So give us the rundown.
Okay, so we started out as a balloon company, Poppin Luxe Balloon Designs. About 6 months ago, I noticed a shift in our company. It's really that we're offering so much more than just balloons. And yes, of course, rentals, flower walls, sequin walls, sofas, little prop cutouts. I mean, I even have like vintage suitcases for like Ralph Lauren baby showers and such. But we've expanded, and I think 2025 was like a very monumental year. Not only did I welcome in a baby, but I also expanded my business by almost like double.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. It's fine. But ultimately, I networked a lot. I just kept talking to people just like you guys. Hey, my name is Cynthia. I think you should know who I am. And I think that me knocking on so many doors, I think that people just were like, well, hey, I didn't know you did all that. I just made a video on TikTok too about that. I'm like, nobody knows about half the stuff that I do, even though it's on my website. They're just like, oh, you're a balloon company. You're a balloon company. And I'm like, no, baby. We are Poppin Luxe Designs. So we design things, anything to do with a celebration. It could be corporate, where it's just something simple, or a balloon tower, or even welcome signs. We can design welcome signs. We can do almost anything. But we just did a huge event with DJ Valentina, who's a big celebrity DJ, and Nigel Barker was there as well.
Whoa.
I know. I got to meet him. He's a sweetheart. I love him. But anyways, we did a Babes in Business, and it was the Boston edition. They're going to be expanding as well, so I hope they come to your town as well. But we did a huge custom fabrication, and it was 80 pairs of jeans that I had to source, which was not fun.
Wow.
80 pairs of jeans, and me and my team literally made this giant 12-foot by 8-foot backdrop of jeans And it was a Denim and Diamonds event.
So
and
cool.
It was incredible. And to build it and to be there and to do everything and have so many hands kind of working everywhere and I'm overseeing everything, watching that unfold shaped my mind. Like I already wanted to offer so many things, but like, how do I tell people like, hey, I can just make anything. That's not an advertising point. That's not something you can put in your SEO. That's not something that you can put on your website. Like, hey, ask me and I'll make it. Like that's not the type of thing. But if I can show you, here's the design plan from the planner. This is what I made. And it is a wall of literally pairs of jeans. Like, it's crazy. And it was such a crazy idea. I'm like, that's super cool. And I want to continue to do that. So now I just got asked by Ilya, which they said, we saw your jean wall and we had to know who did it. We were at the event. It was like the event of the season. Everybody was talking about it. I found your information and here I am knocking at your door because you need to make us this giant custom fabrication wall for our gala. And their gala is the biggest event of the year.
Wow. Yes, that's girl. Amazing. You better get it.
I wish you were local to the DMV.
I know.
I would travel.
Well, speaking of traveling,
it's only like an 8-hour drive. It's not even far. I will drive.
Speaking of traveling, well, tell us a little bit about the DIY balloon kits that you can ship.
So about 6 months ago, we decided Amazon wasn't it. And we were noticing that everyone just has these trash balloon garlands and they're posting them. And I feel awful because every balloon install is not in everybody's budget. And I'm not in everybody's area. And I get that. Everybody wants a piece of Poppin, and we got to find a way to kind of trickle it down the ladder before we start expanding. So ultimately, we decided to launch DIY balloon kits, and they are professional grade balloons. And I literally give you a step-by-step tutorial. You get a video, so you get to basically see how a professional would put together a balloon garland. And now you can have that in your home for your party. And I get it. But some budgets are really small. I get it. I've pinched pennies for my kids' birthdays. That's why I learned how to do this, because I could not afford all of the big vendors back then. And that's okay. And I feel like everybody should be able to celebrate and have fun and not have mom guilt of, I can't swing it this month. And that's not fair. So at bare minimum, let's do a DIY balloon kit. You can choose whatever size that you want. And you get professional grade balloons and a how-to video. And you can even message us on our website and say, hey, Cyn, I'm stuck. And I'll even video call with people. I don't have a problem with that, obviously, until I can't. But we're ever expanding. So I'm hoping to create like almost like a call center at some point where people can just say, hey, I'm really stuck and my birthday party is in 3 hours and I don't know what I'm doing. But ultimately, you will get the balloon kit in your mail. And it's the same thing essentially that Amazon provides, is they provide a balloon kit. It's a bunch of balloons, different sizes. We offer more sizes than the Amazon balloons does. Plus, it's whatever colors that you want. You have 40 different colors to choose from at this moment. They are professional grade balloons. You blow them up a week in advance, so you don't have to worry about it, and they will sit in your home until you're ready to put them out. And you can put them on almost anything, and we teach you different ways to do that. So that's balloon amazing. Kits are definitely on the rise right now.
And that's so helpful as a mom, because so much of us is like, I can do a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow and a little bit the next day. And so if it's something that's going to last me and I can build it over the course of a week, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and we have a special treat for Mom Millennials.
Yes. Cynthia has been so kind to offer a discount for our listeners.
Yes. If you use code MOMMY20 on our website to purchase any of our balloon kits, you will receive 20% off. And luckily, we create a couple different color palettes so that you guys have the option of choosing one of the color palettes that are there, or just completely DIYing your own. You can choose from any of the 40 colors. You just hit the DIY option and you just list your colors, and we ship that right to you.
Yay. So that's MAMI20. So we know Mommy20.
Yes.
And give us the website, give us your socials. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so every single thing. Our website is Poppin Luxe, so LUXE, POPPINLUXE.com. And then all of our socials, we are on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. All of our handles are Poppin Luxe Designs.
Yay!
Thank you so much for making the trip.
sliding in your DMs.
Yes.
Thank you for answering and not thinking I'm null.
No, we are so happy that we did. A fellow Mommillennial, a new friend. We are so happy to have had you on the Mommillennials podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. And I look forward to listening and always being a big, big fan.
Oh,
yay.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening and being a part of the Mommillennials community. If you liked this episode, hit that follow button, connect on our socials, and don't forget to share with other mommies.
Want more? Head to our website, read our blog, grab some merch, and check out our other episodes. Until next time, bye.